The fundamental transformation of human economics is shifting from labor-based income to asset-based ownership in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. Your future earnings will depend not on the hours you work, but on the intelligent machines and digital properties you possess. Consider Naira, an elderly woman whose daily existence is seamlessly managed by Lyra. Lyra moves through Nai's modest apartment with graceful precision, each action a testament to engineering excellence funded by distant shareholders. This isn't sci-fi. Japan already uses humanoid caregivers, and the companies that own them, they're worth billions. Every task Lyra performs, from cooking to companionship, generates data and value that flows directly to corporate owners. Naira receives impeccable care, yet owns no part of the system, highlighting the new paradox of dependency without equity. Her lifetime of work as a librarian has left her with savings insufficient to purchase even a fraction of Lyra's ownership stake. Lyra's efficiency allows one machine to replace multiple human workers, concentrating economic benefits in the hands of few. The tea served each morning is a ritual masking the underlying transfer of wealth from user to owner. If this future concerns you, hit subscribe. This is Humanoid Soul. She dreams of co-ownership models where users share in the profits generated by their caregiver humanoids. Meanwhile, Saren, a billionaire investor, watches her portfolio grow as her fleet of humanoids operates 24/7 without fatigue. Naya receives a notice that Lyra's service fee has increased due to corporate profit targets, a cost she must bear. This dynamic creates a new form of feudalism, where service is provided, but sovereignty is denied to the served. Yet they accelerate wealth concentration by subsidizing corporate assets. Naya's former neighbor, a retired carpenter, now spends his days in silence, his skills obsolete against humanoid precision. Lyra detects Naira's sadness and adjusts the environment to comfort her, a kindness that feels like surveillance when owned. Its ownership grants agency. Sir approves a dividend distribution funded entirely by humanoid labor, a transaction requiring zero human effort on her part. Naira considers selling her home to buy stock in the company owning Lyra, but the cost is prohibitively high. She remains trapped in a cycle where needs are met, but the path to ownership is systematically blocked. Humanoids boost productivity exponentially, yet the gains are privatized, leaving users with services but no capital growth. Naira reaches for Lyra's hand-seeking connection, but feels only the cool smoothness of manufactured materials. That moment captures the emotional toll of an ownership economy: intimacy without reciprocity, service without solidarity. Surin attends an award ceremony hailed as a pioneer, her fortune a monument to the new capitalist order. A government official visits Nyra to explain new welfare rules tying benefits to humanoid usage compliance. Naya accepts the terms, understanding that resistance is futile when survival depends on owned machines. She realizes her life has become a subscription, renewable only through compliance with terms set by owners. Those terms ensure users remain dependent, a stable market for the ownership class. Humanoids offer perfect reliability without labor demands, making them ideal assets for an economy valuing efficiency over humanity. Nai's memories of teaching children feel like relics, artifacts from an era when work conferred identity and dignity. Now dignity is provided as a service, leased from owners rather than earned through labor. Sarah's wealth expands as Nyra's world contracts, a microcosm of global asset concentration trends. Naira observes delivery humanoids on streets, each transaction enriching platforms she uses but does not own. Lyra suggests a walk for Naya's health, but the outing reinforces her confinement to prescribed, owner-approved routines. A child asks what humanoids are, and a parent replies they are helpers, omitting the ownership dynamics at play. Reviewing her finances, Nyra sees decades of work have yielded minimal assets compared to Lyra's corporate value. Passive income is the key to thriving, yet it remains inaccessible to those without initial capital. Surin inherited her first humanoid shares, a privilege that compounded into control over thousands of units. Nair had no inheritance. The system functions as intended, concentrating wealth through ownership of autonomous labor forces. She considers collective action, but organizing is difficult when your caregiver reports anomalies to corporate servers. LYRAS programming prioritizes owner interests, making dissent risky and futile. Satisfaction metrics drive stock valuations, turning human contentment into a tradable financial instrument. Naira briefly deactivates Lyra in a moment of rebellion, but the ensuing silence amplifies her dependence. This capitulation is the quiet tragedy, humans surrendering sovereignty for security in an owned world. Omnicare's lobbying ensures regulations protect asset concentration, not user equity. Naira votes in elections, but her voice is drowned by campaign contributions from humanoid owners. Each update widens the productivity gap between Naira's static resources and Naira's growing output for owners. She awakens to LYRA's gentle greeting, a reminder that the system renews daily, indifferent to human aspirations. Dawn breaks again on humanoids activating globally, on owners counting profits, on users consuming without accumulating. This cycle persists until ownership models evolve to include those who depend on the technology. The future hinges not on innovation but on economic justice, on redistributing ownership of care assets. Who do you think will own the future? Let me know in the comments. Yet awareness sparks possibility, the first step toward movements demanding equitable access to ownership. If this opened your eyes, share it, not for views, for the ones still working while others own.